don't have the words right now to describe how I'm feeling as I'm delivering this to y'all. I just received news for two of my all-time favorite series. And like my entire body just does not know how to react. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things to where I just received them back to back, and I'm just sitting here still trying to process all of this. On the Berserk side of things, the manga is resuming, and I can't look into it any further because I don't want to get spoiled on whatever's going to happen this week in the best-selling manga in history. So now I'm going to have to wait until to get more information on that, right? And so it's like Berserk is back. I'm so happy. I want to know how, like, what are they going to do and all that stuff. But then on this end, with the best-selling manga in history going on a hiatus, this is the first time that we've gotten a break of this length from what I can remember since the chapter 597, 598 break, which was from post-Marineford going into Return to Sabaody. So it's been quite some time since we've had a 1 month hiatus, and that one was 5 weeks if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was like August something to October 4th, 2010, somewhere around there. And so that was like a 5 week break. And now we're about to re-experience that here. And we have multiple different translations here I'm about to read here in a second, but we all expected after Wano, we would be preparing for the end of the story. Like heading into the final saga, Wano has so many things that is preparing us for the final saga, both within Wano and the events taking place around Wano, around the world. And so we knew all of this was going to inevitably be set up for the final saga and for the final stretch of the story. And look no further, it looks like this is confirmation. No matter what the translation is, in regards to whether Oda's actually preparing for the next arc or for the final saga, inevitably, what this 1 month hiatus means is that Oda is going to be putting in the final preparations for the final stretch of the story. And that's something that I just don't know how to process just yet, you know? Like, we come on here, we talk about this greatness, we've talked about the end of the story so many times, we've speculated, we've theorized, but just to know that within the month of July, Oda's gonna start preparing the end of this series, man. It's just, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, so I'm going to turn it over to Library of Ohara and Sandman here. First coming in from Arthur. Shout out to my dog, Arthur. Library of Ohara states, breaking news with Wano concluding, which is crazy to me. Like, the conclusion of Wano. One Piece will be going on a 1 month hiatus from June 27th to July 25th so that Oda can prepare for the final saga. And it's like, man, like, dude, it's like, it's both exciting and like, yo, we're not gonna have One Piece for a month, and that month's gonna fly by, but still, like, not having, like, knowing that when One Piece comes back from that break, that chapter, I don't know what chapter is going to break. That's June 27th. So if we get another chapter after this next one, that would mean it's going to be like after what, 1053, 1054, somewhere in there. So whenever after that, we're going on a 1 month hiatus. And then the chapter that comes back, like when we come back and we get the chapter 598, the Romance Dawn to a New World Part 2, right? Oh, yo, bro, when we come back, Luffy's gonna be an emperor of the sea. It's like, yo, love, man. Yo, it's like, now I'm really curious as to how Oda's gonna handle the next couple chapters, because it's gonna be leading into a 1 month break, and how are we even gonna come off of this break? Are we gonna have that miniature time skip that I've been speculating on the past couple weeks on the channel? Or what's gonna happen, like, before this 1 month hiatus? I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited. But at the same time, my heart is just, like, being torn to bits, because it's like, brother, this is it. This is it. It's like, you can tell this is what they meant when they said the series only has 5 years left. And, you know, this is One Piece, you know, it could go on for another 10. But the fact remains that they are now in preparations for the end, man. Like, and so we have my boy Sandman in here. Shout out to my dog Sandman, who translates this as well. And by the way, this is being translated from something that Oda put out for Film Red, like a sort of, you know how Oda always puts out an update when it comes to either a movie release and or Jump Fest or whatever it is. It's one of those being translated here. And it says, from Oda, One Piece will be on break between Jump issue 30 to 33 due to the preparation for the upcoming arc, a trip to the US for the Netflix TV drama, and Film Red. Later, Oda gave up the trip due to COVID-19 spreading. Oda's drawing for Red and Uta's VA will be out tomorrow. Also, not just the Netflix trailer, but y'all remember last week when we put out the news and I was talking about a particular announcement that was going to be coming out for the manga, and it had Luffy in G5, and then the Instagram post had Luffy in the Conqueror's coding pose. And Arthur here brings out a translation for this and states, tune in on June 8th at 19 on the official One Piece channel for big announcements about the future of the manga. Now remember, when we first got that information, I was like, what are they talking about? What is incoming? And initially I was like, okay, no, it's volume information. Like, this is just gonna be for volume 103, for that stuff. I was not expecting a 1 month hiatus. You feel me? And of course, new info for Film Red as well, but the big thing's gonna be the manga. We're all gonna be waiting with bated breath for whatever's gonna be revealed here, right? Because who knows? Who knows, man? And the fact that like I'm stuck right now between processing so many things. But just for One Piece, number one, I can't believe Wano's over. Like, you know what I mean? We've been here for 4 years. Y'all know how much I love this arc. And it's like, I just don't see how this wraps up in a couple more chapters. It's a saga that's so big, it's like, how do we wrap this up in a couple more chapters? Not only that, but it's like, when Oda comes back, do we head into post-Wano? Is that what's going to happen? Like, do we start post-Wano this next chapter? I don't know. I don't know, man. It's like, do we start post-Wano now, and then when we come back from the hiatus, we head straight into like the transition arc that's going to take us into the next saga, and maybe that transition arc is post-Wano. Maybe when we leave Wano, that starts the post-Wano Reverie sort of arc, or whatever the next transition arc before we go to whatever the next island is, which we all believe is going to be Elbaf. So it's like, what is happening? What is happening? But the fact remains that after a few more chapters, we are going on a 1 month hiatus for the series. That'll be just fine. Trust me, that month's gonna fly by, right? That month's gonna fly by. The 1 month hiatus isn't even what gets me. Oda deserves his breaks, especially after drawing this magnificent saga. My boy needs to take a trip with the family, like he said, go out and chill, whatever it is. And I know he talked about the COVID-19 restrictions, regulations, that stuff, but even if he doesn't come to the US, let the man just relax, take it easy, you know, while he prepares for the stuff of legends that we're about to get whenever he returns. But still, the thing that gets me is, how do we enter this? Because if he stops and leaves us on a massive cliffhanger, right? Like, we just get the biggest of all cliffhangers with the end of whatever that chapter is, chapter 1053, 1054, whatever chapter we get before that hiatus. It's like, brother, what is it gonna be? Because it's like, to me, there's no way we wrap up Wano in like 2 or 3 more chapters. There's no way, right? So I just wonder what are we gonna go into hiatus with, and what are we gonna get out of hiatus with? Oh man, dude, the hype's gonna be so real, son. The hype is gonna be real. It's mad early in the morning, so like I said, I just received all this information. I'm just trying to deal with it, you know? I'm trying to process it all. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Crazy stuff is inbound, but Wano is coming to an end. Oda's starting his preparations for the next arc, for the final saga. And it's like, man, there's so many emotions. So many emotions right now, I don't even know where to begin. But, dog, Oda, take as big of a break as you want, man. You deserve it after this legendary stretch you've given us. Not just in Wano, but the entirety of the time skip up until this point. You know, we've gotten so many incredible moments. And he's been so consistent, even in 2014 when he was really sick during Dressrosa. You remember those days whenever he took those break after break after break after break because his health just couldn't keep up. And he was even drawing in the hospital, according to Kishimoto. And so Oda's been drawing non-stop for all of our entertainment, for our experience, so we would continue to have this series on a consistent basis, at whatever the cost. And I want my boy to have a good break, to relax, take it easy, prepare for the greatness. And I can't wait for it whenever it returns, but of course we still have a few more chapters before he leaves. And so after those chapters, and whenever we enter that hiatus, there's going to be some stuff to talk about, I'm sure of, right? Considering that he's going to leave us on a hiatus, I already know how it is. My boy's going to leave us with something to talk about. So, like I said, that's the thing that fascinates me the most. How do we go into the hiatus? What do we know? What, are we still going to be here? Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. My mind is just, I don't even know what to think or process anymore. But let me know what y'all think about this information. Unfortunately, because I'm avoiding spoilers, I won't be able to look at the comment section for this one unless somebody gives me the okay. So, but still, just let me know, man. Let me know how y'all feeling about this. Because this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Best-selling manga in history going on a 1-month hiatus, bro. For the first time since the 597, 598 stuff. And it's like, yo, to prepare for the grand finale, to prepare for the final stretch. And you know, it's a whole saga, so there's several arcs, but the fact remains, like, we're heading into the end. Like, man, dude, man, just, this is the last thing I was expecting, but here we are. Here we are, man. I look forward to seeing what the big announcement is for the future of the series, if it is going to continue talking about the 1-month hiatus over there, and of course the Film Red stuff we're gonna get tomorrow too, man. What a big One Piece week it's been. What a big week, man. But I will see y'all next time. Berserk is back. I mean, my mind, I just don't even know what to think right now. I just, it's all over the place right now, dude. Holy flag, Nard.